Hey, I feel like I owe you an explanation. So here it is. There is no fluff. There's no video editing. There is no fancy images. And I'm not trying to hold your attention. So if you want to watch it, you'll watch it. And if you don't, that's fine. I've moved on from all of this YouTube delusional fantasy a long time ago. And I've decided to produce content for the content. So if you want to watch for the content, you hang around, you listen to it. I don't care what you do with it, as long as you use it for your own benefit to add value to your life. So a long time ago, I created this YouTube and could just express my ideas. I just wanted to express my, especially about purpose, especially about finding your purpose in life. That's the whole idea of your own purpose, my channel. That reflects my mission in life. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. And everything I do, I believe that pointing people to their own purpose will help them get to a point where they ask the question where my purpose comes from. And that's how we start the conversation of their creation. And I've done that for a long time. And we started to get very busy with a lot of content. So there was content about church, there was content about church planning, there was content about purpose, self-development, motivation, and it just started to get too crowded. So I took a break. You might have noticed if you're a regular in the channel, you've noticed that I took a break. And if you're not, this is probably the first thing you're watching and you're like, it makes no sense to me. But anyway, just hang with me. I took a break and I've decided to focus. I'm nearly 40 and I think that the next decade of my life needs to be extremely focused. It's one of the things that I teach. You know, from 20 to 30, you try everything. 30 to 40, you discover what you're kind of good at. 40 to 50, you become a specialist. So that's what's happening to me right now. Let me tell you a little story from back in the days when I was like 18 years old, and you will understand. When I gave my life to Jesus for the first time, I think I was 19. I did not grow up being a Christian. I had no idea what church looked like. But I went to church, and I was going to this Baptist church in the beginning of my story with Jesus, beginning of my conversion. It was a beautiful church. And they had one thing that still sticks to my heart very closely. Before anyone was baptized, they would take them to the stage and they would ask them what they wanted to do for Jesus. And they did that to me. I think in the day of my baptism, there was like 8 people. They did that to me. And they said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to preach the gospel, make disciples, and give millions of dollars to the church. These 3 things. I want to preach the gospel, I want to make disciples, and I want to give millions of dollars to the church. I'm still working on the millions. Like I haven't gotten there yet, but you get where I'm going with this. Life went by. We moved, at the first time we moved to New Zealand, had a great experience, got involved in church, went and did my studies, found out that I was called to actually preach the gospel, make disciples, plant churches. Did that for a little bit, went back to Brazil, planted a church, and then we got an invitation from our mother church and our pastors to come back and help plant more churches, to set this thing up. And this is the greatest catalyst movement in my life, because now we started this organization called Full Gospel Apostolic Center, FGAC. And the whole purpose behind it is to plant more churches. So we do a lot of things. We have a school of music. We have a support program for kids who are homeschooled and now going into schools. We have a support program for people in the corporate world where we talk about purpose. And I'm just donating everything that I've done to this thing, my book and everything. We have a school of ministry where we teach people the Bible, which I love. It's part of what I do. And we have our barn, which is our arm of operations with church planning, where I spend most of my time just focusing on training these people and giving them the tools and helping them navigate the journey of planning a church. It's a beautiful thing. I could not wish for anything else. I'm living my dream. But then I stopped to think about a week ago. We are in the end of May 2023. I've been doing this for 6 months. And it dawned on me that what I'm doing now is actually what was prophesied on me 20 years ago when I was 18 or 19. When I gave my life to Jesus 20 years ago and I had decided to preach the gospel, make disciples, and give millions of dollars to the church, it's happening right now. Because now I spend all my time and energy and resources in preaching the gospel, making disciples. So I sit down with different people every single day, just making disciples individually and in a corporate level. And we're giving dollars to the church. Let's not just put a picture in it yet. Why? Because I believe we have come up with the greatest and most innovative way of funding God's mission that has ever been presented on earth. And I really hope that other people will copy this, and they will do this all over the world, because this is not me, this is not copyrighted. This is just like, it's a blessing to the world. We took something that the world does very efficiently, which is crowdfunding and technology, YouTube, influencer culture, and then we have created this Patreon community. What it is, it's basically a portal for anyone and everyone who wants to partner with us financially with a little bit of money every month, less than a cup of coffee a week. Literally, if you give up on 2 cups of coffee a week, and trust me, I've got 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day. So if you give up on 2 cups of coffees a week, you can do this, and you can make a huge difference, a huge impact in the world in partnering with us and supporting us in the mission of furthering the kingdom, planting churches, teaching the Bible, and helping people in all areas of their lives. This is what we're doing. So I've decided to move from my personal endeavors, my personal adventures, my personal YouTube channel. I've decided to give up all the fame and all of that, and just donate all of my content and everything that I could help with to this organization that we created here in Australia called FGAC. So what's the implication for that? First, everything related to church planning, training, preaching, everything related to church and faith, basically, as we have our podcast here, our God Talks, will be now on the YouTube channel for FGAC. You just go on youtube.com and you find FGAC, and the links will be here, and you get it. It will be there. And everything that is detailed, as we used to do with our Patreon community, I've donated my Patreon community to this, because everybody who follows me there already know that I'm all about furthering the kingdom of God. So I'm donating everything, and every detailed video about church planning, the extended versions, the exclusive versions, church planning, preaching. All of our preaching is free anyway. But training, leadership development, tools, everything that is exclusive and used to be exclusive on Patreon, my Patreon, has now turned into FGAC. So you can go on patreon.com/FGAC, patreon.com/FGAC to partner with us. And you can choose $20 or $40. It's up to you. And that's a month. And that will give you, not only you will put money towards the mission of God, because back in the days, we used to just ask people for money. Like, oh, you give us money so we can do the work of God. I don't like doing that. So what I'm doing is, every piece of content that we produce, our School of Ministry, all of our classes are there. So you have access to a seminary very deep into details with good quality video you can watch. Every material we produced for the church planners to get them going on their journey. So if you're planning a church, if you're part of a church team, if you're part of a mission trip, everything that we do relating to starting a church, it's there too. We have 3 amazing courses. One is called The Heart of a Shepherd, where Marsha and I, we just sit having conversation. It's a beautiful thing. You can spend hours there. It's just beautiful. Marsha's my pastor, my mentor. We have the other one called I Think I Want to Plant a Church. It's a course. We used to run it as a banquet. We went deeper into it, and now it's available on our Patreon too. We have our exposition of 1 Timothy, where we take people from materialism and legalism to godliness, which is a beautiful thing. I think most pastors need this today. We have a whole lot of more stuff about church planning courses, all available on our Patreon. These are things that people pay for, and we're putting it all for free for those who partner with us. So we're not just asking for money. We are giving great stuff away. And trust me, this is very well curated. Like, this is, you can spend hours and hours and months and years sometimes trying to look for content that is so driven and so focused like this. And not because I'm in it, but because I know what I'm doing. Like, I know what I'm talking about. This is like 3 decades of experience combined with very clever people. So you should check it out.
So all of our courses for church planting are there. We plan on putting everything we do right there. So when it comes to the music school, curriculums for teenagers, for your youth ministry, for mothers and fathers who want to homeschool their kids, all of our
purpose-driven stuff, like our purpose-driven sound like Rick Warren. But everything that I've done about purpose, my book, the Ikigai, your guide for a life with no regrets, my course on how to find your purpose, all of our personality tests and videos and contests, all the way from Enneagram to flag tests and all of these things, we're just recording everything at this very moment that I'm recording this video. Some of it is already there, but we're putting everything available. So you just think about this. You go on YouTube and you can spend hours watching content that's worth nothing, just scrolling like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Or you can join us on Patreon and intentionally look for what you want to study, what you want to get better at, and it's right there in the tip of your fingers. You can download the app and you can partner with us, and all of this is available to you. Plus, you get access to promotional codes for every merchandise that we ever do, just in the effort to further the kingdom. And the greatest news is no one's making money out of this, okay? This is everything that we incur there goes into furthering the kingdom of God and planting churches and supporting the work of FGAC. So everyone working there, every cent spent with anything that we do is all donation based, and it's a beautiful thing. So we're not just asking you to donate money, we're asking you to partner with us, and while you partner with us, you get great content. And again, not because I am in it, but I think this is the best collection of content when it comes to leadership, self-management, self-development, church, instructions on anything, curriculums, man, you name it, we got it. So if I were you, I would consider very carefully joining us and partnering with us. And I'm doing this on my YouTube channel because, like I said, I think I owe you so all of our content is going to be driven there. I'll still have our YouTube content here with videos about purpose, which is the main purpose of this channel. So the short videos, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20-minute videos, they will be there, but the extended versions, they're not personal anymore. I've given them away. I'm giving everything away. And the goal is, if we get a good number of people supporting us, we will reach the mission of giving millions of dollars to the church, all to church plant. So this is a new method. It's innovative. It's revolutionary. I don't think it's been done before this way. And to be honest, I think it's the best method that we have ever created. So jump on it. Go on patreon.com/FGAC, find your level of support, and just come on board with us. I think you'll love it. And you can find us there on all of our social medias, Instagram, TikTok, email, website. Everything is in the description down below. You just follow wherever you're more comfortable with. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you have enjoyed the journey so far. And I really hope you embark on this journey with me. On our channel, we'll be talking about purpose. And over there, not only purpose, but also church and every other thing that I have just mentioned. It's going to be amazing. FGAC is going to rock your world. Well, that's a promise. All right. God bless you. Have a great day. And I'll see you on the next one.